fire burning hot within me right now. Let's just get into this. So today we're going to be talking about standard situationships and like the world of dating. If you're in a happy relationship, this is not for you. This is for everyone who's in a situationship that is making them want to die. I don't know if I can say that. My value is that, like, I believe that everyone's person is out there. I believe you can have multiple platonic soulmates throughout different chapters of your life, and they all like teach you different things at that point in your life, what you need to know. When I was up the sunny coast the other day, every single couple up there made for each other, literally like black cat golden retriever vibes. Like every single person up there was just, they're made for each other. It's, your person is out there. Your person is out there. You're either just not looking in the right place or it's just not your time yet. And both of those are so comforting to know once you actually let it sink in. Let's start with some food for thought. So, you accept the love that you think you deserve. I'm gonna be talking throughout this as if I'm talking to myself, because this is what I wish I had heard circa last year when I was in my last situationship, and it was my last. It was my last and my last. It taught me so much, and it ruined me, but it taught me so much, and now I'm incredible. I'm doing great. You and me, right now, we're gonna sign a little thing in the air. We're gonna sign something that says we are not gonna be someone's option. If someone that I am talking to, let's say a month in, we're both vibing with each other, whatever, if they still say to me, oh, like I wanna keep my options open, bye. Nope, no, I am not gonna be someone's option, and you are not gonna be someone's option either. If someone doesn't recognize your worth enough to be like, yeah, I want you for me. I don't want anyone else having any access to you whatsoever. They don't say that to you, they're gone. They aren't worth your time, trust me. You're gonna be so much more valuable somewhere else, not there. There is no codependency in this house at all. There used to be in this house, there used to be major codependency. Someone said like, hey, I think your eyes are pretty, and I'd be like, we're married. Now, I am so secure in myself and my individualism and being alone, someone leaving my life doesn't make me crumble. And that is something that has taken so long for me to like recognize, but now that I'm here, I'm indestructible. No situationship could ruin me now. I'm never getting into another situationship. It's done. It's done. By always being there for someone, you show them that they will always have access to you. That can be used in a good way and also a manipulative way. You want to make the time that you give someone so valuable and so precious that it actually means something. With my last situationship, I was running myself to the bone to try and make them feel like I appreciated them as much as I did. Always giving someone access to yourself, it doesn't really mean anything, because eventually the novelty of it is going to wear off, and they're going to see that and they're going to feel it as well. Your time and energy is not going to be precious to them after X amount of time. Make yourself your priority, then when you actually do hang out with them, they'll feel it and it'll be beautiful. The time and the energy that you give someone is what makes them special. Whenever you enter a new like talking stage or situationship or whatever, know your strengths and weaknesses from past experiences, because they have taught you so much going into what you're about to go into. Know your strengths and weaknesses in the sense of know what you bring to the table and know what you don't. So then you guys can talk about what you maybe don't bring to the table and what they don't bring to the table, and then you can work on that, and then it's not be all end all when it finally comes up down the line. What can you offer in a relationship? I can offer my time. I love to hang out with the person that I'm talking to. I love cooking for people as well, even like my friends and stuff. I'm a romantic at heart. I'm very passionate. And what I used to struggle with is not saving any time for myself. If the right person is meant to know about you, they'll stick around long enough to find out everything about you. What I used to do was I would try and tell them every single thing about me, and it didn't matter. It exhausted me, and it made them feel as if I was coming over too overbearing, which is true. That's how I was coming across as. Not intentionally, but it's how I did end up coming across as, and it pushes people away. So know where your strengths are in a relationship and know where your weaknesses are in a relationship. When I say like, oh, communication is a very, very good strength to bring to a relationship, nothing bad has ever come from communication. If you communicate your feelings with someone and they take it negatively, that is a new thing for you to like figure out. Are you comfortable with how they responded to that? Or do you maybe feel that this is where you guys part ways? If you communicate or they communicate and something bad happens, that's how it was meant to happen. Because it shows you something. You either just saved yourself time down the line, or you can work through it, which is also very, very good and very, very difficult to do, but it's worth it if you can. Now I want to touch on rejection and how to deal with rejection, because it's not a fun thing to like receive, but it's also very, very character building. Just like the way that you necessarily don't fuck with everyone, Not everyone's gonna fuck with you. Knowing that that rule applies to you as well and how others perceive you, it's very comforting. With rejection, don't ever give someone the chance to reject you twice. If someone says they don't like you or they don't want you, bye. Goodbye. You can catch me dead going back to someone who has already said no to me once. I am never gonna go back and be like, wait, are you sure you don't want to give me a chance? Because A, that makes you look desperate, and we don't want to look desperate. We don't look desperate here. We look confident. Confidence is sexy. A failed relationship is just one step closer to your ultimate success. I was like dating for a little bit, and I would go on dates and stuff, and they would never really work out, and I never viewed it as a bad thing because every single time it raised my standards. The people that I was seeing just got progressively more mature, which is awesome. They're never a bad thing to have standards. Your standards set the bar for how someone can treat you. And if someone ever says, oh, like your standards are too high, no, your standards are too low, raise them. If you know you can give out a certain thing, you can 110% expect that back. So I know that I can give out honesty, I can expect honesty back from partner. And that's that, that's full stop. There. Nothing else. Nothing else needs to be said. Use the spite as a motivator to better yourself to make them miss you. If a situationship doesn't end up working out, instead of beating yourself up and missing them, recognize that another them will appear. Use the emotions that you feel. No emotion is ever misplaced. If you're feeling something, there's probably a reason for it. Make them regret letting you go. Or if it ends amicably, just use that emotion to better yourself for the next thing that happens in your life. Let's say your situationship ends and you're absolutely distraught over it. Use the upset feeling that you have to make yourself better, to make them regret letting you go. Better yourself in any way you can. Sit down and be like, okay, is there any truth to what they're saying? And if there is, listen to it, learn from it, and better yourself, so that eventually they can see you doing well and they'll be like, wow, I fumbled. And that is going to be enough gratification for you to better yourself. Because having someone crawl back to you and be like, oh, but wait, now you're so hot, now you're so much better. A post-breakup glow-up is so real. I knew this guy, and last year, from about September to probably November-ish, we were talking on and off. Every couple days we'd be like, hey, how's your day, type vibe. That's what we were messaging. It was nothing serious. We stopped talking about end of November. And last week I get a message, and and the message said, it's always the ugly ones that are dry and unresponsive to talk to. And it does make me smile. Why entertain me in the first place? First of all, if that's actually how you feel. Why also, after it not working out, do you go down that route instead of just letting it be? It's a projection, It's nothing personal. It's his ego feeling attacked enough to come at me because I wasn't willing to give myself up to him. I had to kick my legs and giggle at that. It was crazy. And then I got blocked. So it's well, what was the point? A year ago that would have affected me because I had no self-worth. I had no proper self-concept other than I am for someone else. I am not for me, I am for someone else. But now I know my abilities and my potential, and that is just water off my fucking back, honestly. Okay, what I want to talk about now is what to do if you end up in a situationship, or if you are in one right now. If you are, my condolences, I hope it gets sorted out soon. So, number one, don't listen to any new music. Last year when I was in mine, 3 new albums came out. I listened to those on repeat at the time of the situationship because it was just banging new music. And now that I'm out of it, every time I listen to it, I remember that time of my life. And I've moved on from the feelings of it. I can still listen to the music now, but I couldn't for a while after it ended because I didn't realize how much I associated it with that person. And I'm not saying don't ever indulge in new music or anything, but I'm just saying don't listen to new music on repeat or specific songs because it does have the potential to really ruin it if it doesn't work out. Every time I heard that music after we stopped talking, I was like, oh wow, damn, that really sucked. I wish it worked out. But the feeling that I feel now is nothing compared to what I felt. Now I'm just yeah, that was just that time of my life, whatever. Next, what I want you to do is I want you to tell at least one person in your life who has your best interest in their heart. So someone platonic, not someone romantic, You know, they're going to see straight through everyone's bullshit. I have this one really, really close friend, and when I was in the situationship, I was telling him about things that were happening to me that I was like getting second thoughts about, and I was like, oh, maybe this like isn't the greatest thing, like, but like I still like him, like it's whatever. And he was able to be like, no, this isn't right, like you are not being treated well, this is horrific. And only after getting out of it, I believed it. But if you are in one right now and your friends are telling you to get out of it, I promise you, in the future, when you're looking back on it and reflecting, what they are saying is correct. The people who care about you platonically at this, like, have so much more love for you than someone at the start of a relationship. I don't know if that makes any sense. Another thing you can do is ask yourself, really like sit down with yourself. I want you to like go to a park, go to the beach. The beach is a really good one. Sitting by the water gives you clarity. Sit by the water, ask yourself if there's any feelings of doubt, insecurity, or uneasiness in your like gut when you think about your situation with this person. If the answer is yes, explore it more. If the answer is no, happy days, congratulations, I'm so happy for you. So if you have any uneasiness, any like insecurities about, oh, are they talking to other people? Do they actually like me? Whatever. Sit down and dive into that. There are two paths you can take. It's either don't say anything and let it get worse and let that feeling consume you, or communicate with them and then you uncover their intentions. And that's going to get you to the best place scenario as opposed to just sitting there and letting that feeling consume you. Don't ever try and make yourself someone that you aren't for someone who will never be what you could be. Damn, that was good. That was a good one. Straight off the dome, that one. If someone tells you that they like blondes and then you go and then you're a brunette and you dye your hair blonde, this is gonna look, okay, this looks like, this is a crazy coincidence. You are a brunette and you dye your hair blonde because the person you're talking to says they like blondes more and you dye your hair blonde for them. When it ends up not working out because they're a horrible person, your hair is blonde. Don't ever do anything because someone else says that they like it or they don't like it. Do things for you, and then the people that are meant to be around you will be around you. I think I kind of said that in the last video. When that person leaves, again using the hair example, you will not be reminded of them every single time you see your hair. But just make sure that you are a very like complete and whole person before you enter something that could potentially damage you a lot. From my experiences, most situationships do not end up working out, but maybe yours are. And if they are, yay! Just remember that good love does come to those who give out good love. If you are full of happiness and joy and love, that will be attracted to you. And yeah, just remember who you are at the end of the day, and remember how capable you are and how beautiful you are as well. I think you're all beautiful, and I mean that. I think that's kind of everything I had to say. Maybe it was very, very rushed, but that fire, man, it was just burning up inside of me, and I knew that I needed to get this out because 2025, we are not fucking around with like situationships and talking stages. Obviously there's going to be a talking stage and getting to know someone, but if your talking stage becomes like anxiety to talk to them, like it's not worth it. I love you all, and thank you for watching. If anything I said kind of like resonates or slaps, or you kind of fuck with it, or even if it doesn't, let me know, I guess. But until next time, this might be the last video I make before I start moving. I'm moving soon, up the coast, which is going to be very, very fun. I'm so excited to become a beach boy. I want to start painting. I feel like that'd be cool. Just imagine me sitting on the beach, like painting a little landscape. How sick would that be? Stay tuned for that. I'll bring you guys along for that. I also want to make blueberry muffins. Maybe I do like a little blueberry muffin and painting day. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that sometime soon. Take everything that I say with a grain of salt, or take it like it's the Bible. I don't mind. It's up to you guys. I am not in control of your thoughts or your life. That is up to you to control and to dictate.